Welcome to Zone 6 Picks, your go-to source for daily sports betting predictions, expert insights, and free picks across the biggest games in the NBA, WNBA, NFL, MLB, NCAA, and more. We specialize in delivering accurate, research-backed betting content with no subscriptions, no hidden fees, just straightforward betting advice you can trust. Before we get started, a quick shout-out from my partner Zone 6.
What's up, family? Thanks for tapping in with Zone 6 Picks, where we drop game picks every single day. Straight free picks, no pay for play. If you like winning, this is the zone you need to be in, Zone 6. Just show the channel some love, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell so you don't never miss a money play. Let's eat.
What's up, Zone 6 family? Welcome home to the Zone. Real talk, it's Thursday night hoops in the W, and this slate is looking wild. First up, the Indiana Fever roll into Atlanta for a do-or-die against the Dream. One team's moving on, the other's moving home, and the spread is tighter than a ref's whistle in the fourth quarter. Then out west, the Minnesota Lynx and Golden State Valkyries are back at it. And let's be honest, after Minnesota stomped them in Game 1, Golden State's just hoping this doesn't turn into another Netflix crime documentary titled How to Catch a Sweep. 2 games, win or go home vibes, and plenty of chances for us to either cash out or curse out the sports books. Let's get into it. For the first game of the night, the stage is set for a decisive Game 3 between the Indiana Fever and the Atlanta Dream on Thursday, September 18th, 2025 in Atlanta. Both teams have traded punches in this series, and tonight determines who moves forward. Let's break down what matters most against the spread. The Dream struck first in Game 1 with an 80-68 win at home, riding their defensive intensity and timely scoring from Alicia Gray and Ryan Howard. Indiana answered back in Game 2 with a commanding 77-60 victory, their first playoff win in a decade, led by Kelsey Mitchell's perimeter shooting and Aaliyah Boston's inside presence. That resilience has been their calling card all year, but now they face the toughest test, winning on the road against a team that went 16-6 at home this season. Indiana's challenge is depth. They've suffered a staggering run of injuries, headlined by Caitlin Clark's season-ending absence, along with Damaris Dantas, Sophie Cunningham, Ari McDonald, and others. That forces heavy minutes on Mitchell and Boston, who will need to be nearly flawless to overcome Atlanta's size and defensive pressure. The Dream, meanwhile, are fully healthy, with Carl Smesko emphasizing a return to pace and offensive balance after being held to 37.9% shooting in Game 2. The matchup data tilts slightly Atlanta's way. The regular season split was 2-2, but the Dream enter with the league's best against the spread record and one of the top net ratings in 2025. Indiana has kept games close by slowing tempo and leaning on efficiency from the free throw line and three-point range. But asking them to replicate Game 2's near-perfect shooting away from home is a tall order. Oddsmakers opened this line around Dream minus 4.5, but sharp money and public confidence in Atlanta has pushed it to minus 6.5. That's a big number in a playoff elimination game, where possessions shrink and nerves play a role. Still, Atlanta's depth, home advantage, and two-way balance give them the edge. Indiana will fight, but fatigue and limited rotation depth loom large in a winner-take-all scenario. Projected final score: Atlanta Dream 78, Indiana Fever 70. Most likely outcome: Atlanta wins outright and covers the minus 6.5. Next, we move over to Sin City, where the stage is set in for a decisive Game 3 between the Seattle Storm and the Las Vegas Aces. It's win or go home, and both teams have shown why this series has been one of the most entertaining matchups of the postseason. Let's break down the numbers, the matchups, and the betting edge heading into this elimination game. The Aces came into this series red hot, winners of 16 straight to close the regular season and carrying the league's second seed. Game 1 in Vegas was all Aces, a 102-77 blowout where Aja Wilson dominated with 29 points and Jackie Young chipped in 25. Las Vegas shot better than 50% from the floor and completely dictated pace. It looked like a mismatch, but the Storm weren't going down quietly. Game 2 in Seattle flipped the narrative. The Storm clawed back from a 14-point deficit in the third quarter and pulled off an 86-83 upset. Skylar Diggins was spectacular with 26 points and 7 assists. Nneka Ogwumike added a 24-point double-double, and Dominique Malonga delivered the go-ahead three-point play in crunch time. Seattle proved they could punch back against the defending champions. In terms of availability, the Storm are still without Katie Lou Samuelson, which limits their wing rotation. That matters against a deep, athletic Aces squad that comes in healthy and fully loaded. Becky Hammon's team knows they can't afford to give Diggins and Aguamike space at the arc or in the mid-post, and expect major defensive adjustments after Seattle burned them late in Game 2. The betting market has shifted in Las Vegas' favor. After opening around minus 5.5 earlier in the series, the Aces are now laying minus 7.5 to minus 8.5 at most books. Public action is heavily siding with Vegas, banking on their home court edge, superior depth, and championship pedigree. Seattle has shown resilience, but the quick turnaround and cross-country travel put them at a disadvantage against a rested, healthy Aces roster. The most likely outcome is a competitive start, but Las Vegas' relentless pace, defensive adjustments, and offensive firepower should separate them late. The Storm will fight, but the Aces are built for these moments and have the balance to close out at home. Projected final score: Las Vegas Aces 88, Seattle Storm 79. Recommended pick: Las Vegas Aces minus 7.5. Alright fam, let's cap it back. In Las Vegas, the Aces and Storm head into a winner-take-all. And back at home, the Aces have the firepower to win and cover the minus 7.5 spread. Over in Atlanta, the Dream return home against the Fever. And with their defense and depth, they're the side to back to win and cover the minus 6.5 line. If you're rocking with the picks, hit that like button, subscribe to Zone 6 Picks, and drop your best bets in the comments. Daily analysis and sharp breakdowns. Lock in and let's cash together.